How much danger do you think you'd be in if this bear attacked you? Based on that video, you might not think you'd stand a chance. But luckily, there are ways to survive these terrifying beasts. Today, we're ranking some of the deadliest bears on Earth. Each bear will fall into one of the following categories. Might leave a scratch, threatening when angry. I hope you packed bear spray. Dangerous and menacing. And finally, say your prayers. We'll also let you know how to survive if you're attacked by one. That is, if survival is an option. And be warned, some of these bears look less dangerous than their kill count suggests. More on that later. Let's start things off with the cute and cuddly giant panda bear, usually standing between 1.5 to 2 meters tall and weighing between 70 to 120 kilograms. The white and black giant panda bear is known for eating bamboo, up to 38 kilos of it every day. Pandas are only found in China, specifically in areas with dense forests and mountains. And they're hungry. These guys eat for about 16 hours per day. The good news is they're mainly herbivores, so they're not going out of their way to eat you. Still, the giant panda bear will be going into the might leave a scratch tier. As we mentioned earlier, they're plant eaters, and they love chomping on fresh bamboo, which is a treat. So obviously, their jaws are strong and could easily snap our bones. The giant panda has a bite force of 1,300 newtons. That kind of jaw power ranks them just behind lions, tigers, grizzlies, and polar bears. Aside from their powerful bite, they've got incredibly sharp claws, capable of inflicting some serious flesh wounds. Thankfully, these guys are only likely to attack if they feel threatened by you. And odds are, the attack would lead to some serious but non-fatal injuries. Between 2006 and 2009, there were 3 panda attacks at the Beijing Zoo. All 3 of the victims survived, but each of them had severe bites to their legs. One needed help from a zookeeper to pry open the bear's jaws so it let go. Moving on to a brighter note, let's focus on the sun bear, also known as the Malayan sun bear. These little guys are found in tropical forests of Southeast Asia. I say little because, compared to the other bears on our list, the sun bear is pretty small. They typically weigh anywhere from 27 to 79 kilograms and stand at a height of around 1.5 meters on their hind legs. Don't get fooled by their size or their sunny disposition. These bears are one of the most vicious species on our list. Their coat is black in color, but include a distinctive brown collar below their neck. Sometimes referred to as the honey bear, like Winnie the Pooh, these things love honey. They'll also eat insects and any fruit they can find. And if they feel threatened, they're known to attack anything that stands in their way. There were 33 sun bear-related deaths between 2000 and 2010 in India's northeast state of Mizoram alone. Most of them were villagers and farmers who came too close to the sunny beast's natural habitat. And because of that, the sun bear is going into the high-risk category. Hope you packed bear spray. Now for our North American viewers, this one's for you. The American black bear, or just the black bear, living in the forests and mountains of Canada, the United States, and Mexico, weighing between 90 and 170 kilograms, and standing 1.8 meters tall, the black bear can be incredibly dangerous. Like most bears, they've got sharp claws and large teeth and are incredibly strong. They can also climb trees and can swim pretty quickly. But the black bear isn't really looking for a fight. In fact, black bears are known to do what's called a bluff charge. This is how they test you. If you think a black bear is about to bluff charge you, try to make yourself as big as you can. Wave your arms, stand up on a rock if you can, grab a branch, but most importantly, stand your ground and remain calm. Back away. Not today, bear, not today. If you run, you significantly increase your odds of being attacked. Black bears tend to avoid fights unless they feel their cubs' lives are at stake. They may not be predatory like some of the other bears on our list, But if you manage to irritate one of them, especially a mama bear, I'd get that bear spray ready. And if you don't have any, try to scare the bear off by yelling and throwing things at it. Aim for the face if you can. Bear experts live by the following. If it's black, fight back. North America averages one fatal black bear attack every year. Their diet consists mainly of fish, fruit, insects, plants, and meat, but not human meat. This lands the black bear on the lower end of our list, threatening when angry. Black bears don't hunt humans, but some of these other bears sure do. Next up is the Kamchatka brown bear, sometimes referred to as the far eastern brown bear. Located in the eastern Russian peninsula of Kamchatka, these bears are incredibly unpredictable. This behavior lands them in our dangerous and menacing tier. Unfortunately, the Kamchatka brown bear is often hunted, as it seemed to be a trophy for those willing to pay top dollar. This has led to it becoming territorial, dangerous, and very aggressive. Standing roughly 3 meters high and weighing an average of 635 kilograms, it's no surprise you'd want bear spray handy to protect yourself. If you happen to spot a cub, the advice for this species of bear, or any of these bears, is the same. Don't get close and walk the other way. And don't lose your glasses. You'll need them to spot this next bear on our list. Up next, the only bear featured south of the equator. Introducing the spectacled bear. The name stems from the bear's uniquely colored fur, specifically the lighter patches around its eyes. Similar to the panda bear, the spectacled bear has no desire to attack humans and is quite shy. This lands it in the might leave a scratch category. Also referred to as the Andean bear, you'll find these guys in Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, Venezuela, and Bolivia. That is, if you're lucky enough to come across one. Due to poaching and habitat loss, these bears are at the risk of extinction. Their diet consists of fruits, plants, insects, small rodents, and in some cases, cattle and other livestock. So it's no surprise that farmers living near spectacled bears are often looking for revenge. It's unlikely you'll ever come across one, but if you do, leave the poor thing alone. Help stop them from going extinct. Now let's venture up north. If you're planning on visiting Alaska anytime soon, you'll want to keep an eye out for these giants. The Kodiak bear is one of the largest bears on our list, standing nearly 3 meters tall and weighing in around 680 kilograms. These things are monsters. Primarily found in southwestern Alaska, the Kodiak isn't used to coming into contact with humans. However, if they do, they can cause some serious damage. This puts the Kodiak bear in the dangerous and menacing category. If you're ever attacked by one, you'll likely need immediate medical attention, whether it's from a swipe of their giant claws or from their powerful, sharp bite. These guys can really mess you up. The light brown, shaggy fur is how you can identify the Kodiak, and they're often found fishing in local streams. Tourists often try to get close to these bears for photos or to even touch them. Yeah, I don't recommend that. Admire from a distance and stay on your toes. On average, there is one serious Kodiak attack per year, and it's almost always the fault of a way too curious tourist. Speaking of the north, what do the northern regions of Afghanistan, Pakistan, India, Western China, and Nepal all have in common? If you said the Himalayan mountains, you'd be correct. They're also known to be home to the Himalayan brown bear. Funny enough, these guys are often associated with the legend of the Yeti, likely due to their elusiveness. But as unlikely as an encounter may be, the Himalayan brown bear is considered threatening when angry. Reaching up to 365 kilograms and standing as tall as 2.1 meters, their size doesn't seem to scare poachers who have endangered the species. However, if one of these guys is on the defensive, a threatened Himalayan brown bear will gladly tear them to shreds. They survive mainly on fruits and berries, but they've been known to feast on sheep and goats as well. So, mind your distance. Just keep your eyes open during your mountain climb and you should be okay. Now let's head back up to the Arctic, where one of the world's deadliest bears is found. In Canada, Russia, Alaska, Greenland, and Norway, the polar bear is king. Weighing up to 770 kilograms and growing to a height of 3 meters, polar bears are called apex predators for a reason. So no surprise, the polar bear is going straight to the say your prayers here. These guys are vicious. Polar bears eat seals, but have also been known to dine on larger prey like walruses, belugas, and yes, even people. While attacks are rare, polar bears have been known to kill humans with a bite force of 1,200 psi and the ability to run up to 40 kilometers an hour when chasing prey. You do not want to come into contact with one of these beasts. And if you're being chased by one, well, your best bet is to fight back or play dead, although I'm not sure how long you have until you're actually dead. If you're ever traveling in the Arctic, make sure to bring a guide and to have a high-powered rifle handy. Now, if you hate the cold like me and would prefer to travel to Asia, you won't need to think twice about polar bears. However, that doesn't mean you won't want to have bear spray readily accessible. You never know when you might come across the likes of the Asian black bear, especially in China, Taiwan, Korea, or Japan. Compared to the American black bear, the Asian black bear, also known as the moon bear, is much more aggressive. And they're known to be far more carnivorous, so they'll have no problem feasting on you for dinner. The main difference in appearance between the American black bear and the Asian black bear is the trademark moon-like white patch of fur on its chest. In traditional Chinese medicine, the moon bear is highly sought after for its healing properties. Because of this, they've become an endangered species. Tiger attacks have also reduced their numbers. Their vulnerability is believed to have made them more aggressive over time. But they aren't the only terrifying bear you might find in Asia. Meet the Eurasian brown bear. The name says it all, as they're found across Europe and Asia. Although they're not usually aggressive towards humans, that can change rather quickly if you upset them. With that in mind, we'll be placing them in the threatening when angry category. Back in 2019, there was a spike in fatal attacks involving Eurasian brown bears in Romania. In just a single month, Eurasian brown bears killed 3 men. A total of 6 deaths occurred that year. By comparison, there were 11 deaths caused by bears in Romania in the 16-year span from 2000 to 2015. With an average weight of over 450 kilograms and heights reaching 2.4 meters, you'll want to remember the following motto. If it's brown, lay down. This applies to any brown bear on our list. Hold on, though. It gets worse. The Eurasian brown bear has a far more aggressive neighbor. Don't let the name fool you. The sloth bear isn't as lazy as you may think. And given how rare they are, you'd be shocked to know how many humans they've attacked. For that reason alone, the sloth bear is being placed in the hope you packed bear spray tier. Sloth bears may be missing their front teeth, but their canines more than make up for it. And size doesn't always matter either. Weighing less than 225 kilograms and shorter than most humans at around 1.5 years, the sloth bear is known for its unprovoked attacks, killing around a dozen humans per year. It's believed living among tigers has led to the sloth bear's aggressive behavior. So if you find yourself in India, Nepal, or Sri Lanka, be on the lookout for these long-snouted, furry black bears. Be sure to keep your distance. It could be a matter of life or death. Just like if you find yourself in grizzly territory. Fun fact, statistically speaking, grizzly bears should fear us more than we fear them. Humans are responsible for up to 78% of grizzly bear deaths. And still, they're considered one of the deadliest bears around, placing them in the state of prayers to you. With a bite force of over 1,200 psi, an average weight of 680 kilograms, and heights of almost 3 meters, I think it's fair to say you might poop your pants if you ran into one of these guys. On top of all that, they can run at speeds of up to 48 kilometers an hour and are very territorial. They're known to maul their prey to shreds and can easily bite through bone. So your chances for survival are slim. They'll even continue attacking you once you're dead. Have you ever seen a revenant? Yeah, that was a grizzly. We actually did a whole video about it.